year round.
It's so mysterious.
This is who we are.
This is who we are. WADR.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Your current affairs program, Citizens Hour, is now more inclusive, more educative, and brings you a broader perspective on political and governance matters. This quarter on Citizens Hour, we spotlight issues on democracy, civic education, women and youth participation in governance, and other policy issues. Every Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. and a repeat broadcast at 6 p.m. on West Africa Democracy Radio, 94.9 FM, Dakar. Also, don't miss our special monthly debate, which comes up every last Saturday of the month on trending political and governance issues in the sub-region. Citizens Hour on West Africa Democracy Radio. It's your time to speak.
Hello there, and thank you for joining us on this edition of Citizens Hour, your democratic citizens engaging and current affairs radio program. We are coming to you live from West Africa Democracy Radio, broadcasting on 94.9 FM Dakar, Senegal, and online at WADR.org. You can also watch our live streamings on YouTube and Facebook. Citizens Hour comes to you live every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. here in Dakar and 11:30 a.m. in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, bringing you more engaging conversations. I am Imo Edet here in Dakar, and I do have my colleague Usman Umar in Abuja co-anchoring the program. Usman.
Indeed, Imo, we thank our listeners for staying with us on this edition of Citizens Hour, where we bring you conversations that center on accountability, justice, and the voices of the ordinary people, most importantly. Now, on today's program, our discussion takes us to the volatile dynamics of the Mano River Union, or what has now become as known as MRU, and the deepening political crisis in Guinea. Of course, our first topic examines the friction between Guinea and Liberia. We have seen reports of border incursions and heightened military posturing in Lofa County of Liberia. Now we ask, what does this dispute mean for the region, for regional security and the fragile peace that has held for decades in this sub-region? Imo.
Well, it's still all about Guinea. In this second discussions, we are staying there, but move from its borders to its bullocks or lack thereof. The transitional government has dissolved more than 40 political parties, including the heavyweights. We are asking, is this a necessary cleanup of the political landscape or a strategic dismantling of the opposition to pave the way for a single-party state? Stay here with us for all of this and more. All right, in case you're just joining us, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, and you can be part of the conversation by dropping a message in the comment section. Well, let's bring on board our guest first for this part. Usman.
Yes, joining us for the topic number one for today is Sam Sarion. He's the former Deputy Director of Operations for the National Security Agency in Liberia. We also have with us James M. Coley. He is a journalist reporting from the front lines in Lofa County. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
All right, and also joining us, Usman, we do have Watara Bobakar Siddiqui. He is the spokesperson of Dr. Faya Lansana Abilimono and the Secretary General, Inspection and Good Governance in Liberal Bloc there in Guinea. And we are so glad that he could find time to join us in this conversation. As Usman said, welcome, gentlemen, to the program while we wait for Mr. Sayong. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed. Well, just before we get the discussion on the way, we would like to take some thoughts of some Liberians over this border dispute. When we come back, we will take off from there. Take a listen.
if Guinea feels that that area of land belongs to them, they should please do it a diplomatic way. For me, it's troubling. We have heard from other radio outlets that this is not the first time, but I believe for me, this is the first time seeing it being hosted on our soil, the flag of Guinea. We are all sisters countries. We are all from the West Coast, the West African area. I don't think we should be making confusion among ourselves.
The rising tension along the Guinea-Liberia border over land dispute are concerning. It should not be taken lightly. Borders community on both sides live together for generations. However, when land ownership becomes contested, it can quickly create misunderstanding and conflict. If there is no clear intervention from authorities from both sides, they could strain the long-standing relationship between the two countries.
It has a lot of implications. Security implication, social and economic impact. Trade between both countries might be stalled as a result of the growing tension between both countries. This is an area where you have the GICI from Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone having a common point of convergence. And this might affect social integration. And I think it should be taken with care. Both governments should see the need, because sometimes situations like this, people might want to exploit and further exacerbate.
The current tension between Liberia and Guinea on land matters is something that both countries' leadership need to come together to resolve. It's just starting, and this is the time to resolve it. The fact that it have not gone beyond our control as nations. So if our leadership can be very fast enough to see how best they can resolve that problem, we're going to help the country and we're going to help our citizens.
My name is Juma P. Conner Jr. from Montreal, Canada. Well, the situation between Guinea and Liberia, I think it is scary. This is a reminder to our people about the past 14 years that we've been through. We don't want to be reminded about that. But the incident was just quite unfortunate, and then we call on the Guinean government to immediately intervene and ensure that calm is restored, and to ensure that a thorough investigation is conducted.
The Flamboyant entry point does not belongs to Guinea. It belongs to the government of the Republic of Liberia. It's our land. Even if you get land as a country, if you're trying to clean land as a country, which one the procedure you need? Giving you invitations or writing or letters to our government, telling them that this land is for Guinea. Then the government will come in and say, okay. But you need the back way to enter investment on the land. With your M16, BB gun, you enter the back of our district. But our country people are not coming to see Guinean soldier then today. They are different. The people when they go get resources. There are several groups of people that form part of the army. The army has scientists, they have engineers, they have people that study money. So if the guys can use the back to enter Liberia, you will definitely get the guys looking for something. We will bring Liberia because Liberia refused to employ some of our security. When the incident took place, look at the time, in the hour, in the minute, the days before our soldier were able to come to rescue our people. So the relationship between Guinea and Liberia is really constant because we are African. But the step that Guinea tried to take over Liberia is wrong.
Well, Usman, there you have it, the thoughts of some Liberians on this border issue. Well, I don't know if Mr. Sam Sayong has joined us, but let me start with James, who is here and also on the front line. James, thank you again for finding time to join us from Lofa County. Well, to begin with, what would you say triggered this current tension between along the Guinea-Liberia border?
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope that I'm very clear and loud.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, you're very loud and clear, crystal.
So thank you. My name is James, speaking to you from Lofa County, northwestern Liberia, where the situation currently has drawn the attention of the citizens and policymakers in Liberia. It's indeed a great time to share with you. To your question, the whole issue began with the BK Enterprise. It's a construction company operating in Liberia. They are involved into building of roads and construction of other areas. They were given a contract by the Liberian government of recent to pave major streets in Foya and also build a road from Foya to Vahon district. They decided the company had decided to go to the Makuna River to extract sand for this purpose, for these developmental purposes. That is the construction of the Foya streets and also the pavement of the road from Foya to Vahon. That's the major rehabilitation. So when they were doing the mining of sand from the Makuna River, soldiers from Guinea crossed over to our country, to Liberia, and asked the company to stop the extraction of sand from the Makuna River on grounds that the river belongs to Guinea, and if any company in Liberia decides to mine sand from the river, the Guinean authorities should be